Hello everyone, today I bring you a brief introduction to the game Genshin Impact and Theater Mechanicus guide. As players familiar with the game Genshin Impact know, this RPG open-world adventure game has been released for 2 years, and currently, the latest version is 3.1. With the update of the version, this game has been rising in popularity in the world. Its grand pattern, beautiful graphics, beautiful music, cute characters, and the battle mode infused with the power of the elements. So many players are happy to fall into it. It is a great game. This is a very good game. I think interested friends might want to give it a try. Let's get down to business. Let's go. This is a guide to the Theater Mechanicus, stage bar of Springtide Advent. The final boss is a thundering X-Hill monomod. In this stage, we can choose to use the weapon formation to fight. This map has 3 monster refresh points. There are 2 refreshing points for monsters. The road ahead is via this bridge in the middle. So the number of mechanisms placed on this bridge in the middle needs to be a little more. And this devil and on the left, here there is only 1 monster refresh point. So in the early stages you can place 2 wind mechanisms, and on the middle side, you will need 3 wind mechanisms. This will make it a little safer. After you have set up the recovery mechanism and the wind mechanism, then set up the weapon mechanism. The placement is also flexible. It does not necessarily have to be placed in any particular position. This is because the weapon mechanisms still have a relatively long range of attack. I'm used to posing at the back of that wind mechanism. This stage is a little harder to beat in the 3rd and 4th rounds, because there are small monsters with shields in the 3rd and 4th rounds, and the movement is faster too. So a mechanism capable of slowing down the movement of monsters has also been placed. This stage is with 2 recycle mechanisms. The yellow circles represent the positions of the 2 recycling mechanisms. The white boxes are for the main output mechanisms. After setting up the recovery mechanism and the 3 wind organs, the first 2 rounds are not going to have any missed monsters. At the 3rd and 4th rounds, if there are any empty spaces left on the field, you can place the output mechanism on the remaining empty spaces. But in reality, the output of the overall lineup that has been far greater than the output needed to fight the monsters. So it's okay to leave it out. It's entirely up to personal preference, I guess. There is still a lot of freedom. Cards with the attribute of courage are drawn. Either one is a good must draw. Individuals feel that the little monsters in this stage blood is not really very thick, mainly because there are some small monsters that are shield wielding. That's why it feels like it takes a bit longer to fight. This as-based lineup also gives the challenger a more exciting feeling. because it has an ice shield effect after reinforcement. The appearance is rather cool. In round 3 there will be a mob of churchmen, arms and shields in hand. But because the whole setup has more control over the field, this formation will keep the monsters slowed down and slowed down. And with this layout against the mobs, there was no way for these thugs to advance at all, and they would just stand still and not move forward. But it takes a long time to play. Progress is slower, so it is possible to transform one of these mechanisms into a fire mechanism, or a character who controls fire with his hands against these little monsters with ice shields. Break their shields. That's it. What I chose was to change one of the wind mechanisms, change it to a fire mechanism. Soon their shields were broken. These mechanisms do not need any cars to be reinforced. The draw is only for the recovery mechanism and the weapon mechanism. You only need to keep an eye on the cars in these 2 categories when you draw. The fact is that the little monster doesn't have a lot of HP. So the output of this lineup is completely overflowing. By the 4th round, it was possible to transform all the mechanisms into mechanisms for weapons. Because the cards drawn earlier are all based on weapons, so by transforming all of them into weapons-based mechanisms, the overall output will be increased. To sum up, the lineup for stages is, it is mainly mechanisms for weapons. This way you don't have to think too much. You can achieve a perfect score with no injuries. Well, there is no doubt about the ease of passing this stage with a perfect score. We can now also relax and enjoy the battle scenes on the field. This is when you feel good about yourself, unknowingly generating the feeling that a good strategy can mean 1,000 horses. Perhaps that's the beauty of the Theater Mechanicus. Next time I'll bring you a guide to stage 2 of the Theater Mechanicus. I hope you enjoy it. My explanations are rather down to earth, but they are all real stuff. If you have any suggestions or requests, please leave your comments on my channel below. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.